In an unsuspecting Auckland suburb, a gang has taken control. They're on a collision course with anyone who stands in their way.
We are evil genius.
There's 5 children,
Neo Morris, get off Neo's face!
including twins.
No, get out. That's the cat's bed. Now get out.
Noise levels are on maximum. Their parents will do anything to keep the peace.
Let them turn it off and turn it back on. Anything to shut them up at this stage.
But now they're turning on each other. This is a family at breaking point. Meet the Manadales. Restaurant manager Ria and furnishing installer Aaron juggle shift work so there's always a full-time parent at home with their 5 children. There's Nicola, aged 8, Taylor, 5, the twins Neo and Morris, 3, and the baby of the family, 17-month-old Carlos.
A brief description of our family, our life is pretty much chaos.
No, normal. You need to be normal.
There is no control.
Do you realise I'm trying to dish dinner up? Do you? The twins, they were lovely till they were 2.
Morris is a whinger. Neo's the mischievous one.
Neo, just cut it out. As soon as they hit 2, they just went wild. Some days it can get so out of control. She said you put spit in her hair, like screaming at the top of my lungs. Get it! Don't smack me! I think, I give up, I quit, I've had enough.
Meal times are chaos.
Dinner time. The kids won't eat their dinner.
Get up from underneath there and get on this table. It's a screaming match at meal times. What are you crying for now? You didn't want the frickin' thing?
Up off the floor.
Bribery is the order of the day.
If I give you one more, will you go away? They will not drink water, they will not drink milk, they will not drink anything but juice. If we run out of biscuits in the house, it is the absolute end of the world. We'll go away, please.
And bedtime simply doesn't happen.
It's very tiring. A lot of the time we don't get to bed till about midnight.
It's nearly bedtime.
Family outings are almost impossible.
See what he's doing? He's copying everything you do. We're trying to get him to eat his lunch, and now he's running around.
Desperate, the exhausted couple rely on a combination of constant TV and dummies to keep things ticking over. But the pressure is tearing the Manadales apart.
Sit down and eat my dinner.
You're walking past it.
No, you've given me all these jobs to do. No, I believe if we don't get some help, we are going to be in a bit of trouble. Me and Ria's relationship is running quite thin at the moment.
If we don't solve the problem with the children, I really don't know where Aaron would go.
With no time to lose, they've called in New Zealand family therapist Diane Levy. With 20 years' experience under her belt, she's the perfect choice to save the day.
Hello.
My goodness, there's an entire welcoming committee.
Yeah, and every one of us need your help.
Especially us. We haven't had a good night's sleep in 2 years.
Don't worry. We guarantee results in 30 days or you get your money back.
Come on in.
How would you describe life in your household?
I'd say pretty stressful, very loud.
Very chaotic.
And what are the behaviours that are driving your crackers?
Tantrums.
Yeah, ignoring us.
Answering back.
We tend to repeat ourselves numerous times.
I presume repeating yourselves means repeating yourselves very loudly.
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling. We do a lot of yelling.
I'm sure I can help. Carry on as normal, and I'll just observe the chaos in motion.
Upstairs, the twins are playing happily thanks to their constant companions, dummies. But Ria's desperate to break the habit.
Do they spend most of their lives with the dummies in?
Yes, they do. There was a time where Morris and Neo, they both lost their dummies. No one could find them anywhere. And I said to Aaron, no, that's it, we're not going to get any more dummies. But about 10 o'clock at night, we had to go and buy some dummies.
So the family is being held to ransom over dummies.
Yeah, you could say that.
Another prop for peace is the TV. With 5 televisions in the house, it's on from 6 in the morning until late at night.
So, Aaron, Tell me about television in your household.
It's a good babysitter. It's sometimes the only way to calm the kids down or to get ourselves a bit of peace.
I've got this vision of 5 children and 1 screen.
No, the kids
No.
all have, everyone has a TV in their room. There's 5 TVs in the house.
Fair enough.
Later, TV still on, Diane observes a typical family meal. The twins know it's a free-for-all, and things quickly disintegrate.
Want your pie or not?
No.
Get off the table.
Hey! No, oh!
Cut it out.
No!
That is enough. You're not spitting at the table.
Is this what it's like every night?
Yeah, it's like every night. So, I mean, we can't even dream of actually going out
And a debate over which DVD will get the twins to sleep finally pushes everyone over the edge.
Good enough. Come on. We need to go to sleep now. Yes, we do. Lay down. That's enough. Good night. Just get out, please.
for dinner. It's gonna
Yeah, you just out.
All right.
it's going.
Okay.
Exhausted, the twins can't settle.
Lay down, Carlos. Neo, get back into bed.
And after their dummies fall out, the crying reaches fever pitch, waking baby Carlos, who sleeps in the same room.
Can everybody just go to their rooms now? Get into bed.
3 hours later, the house is finally quiet, giving Diane a chance to deliver her verdict.
Well, it's been quite a day. I tell you what I've been observing. I see 2 really caring parents and 5 lovely children with some very unlovely behaviour.
Yeah, we're just struggling at the moment trying to work out exactly what to do.
Don't worry, I've got lots of ideas and I'm looking forward to working with you. I'll be back tomorrow with a battle plan.
Great, we're really looking forward to it.
That'd be great.
After the break, Diane returns with a new approach.
From now on, mealtimes are about 2 things.
But there are major teething problems ahead.
I will smack you soon because I can't see any other way of putting you in timeout without you having a tantrum.
After seeing the Mana-Daly family driving each other crazy,
That is enough.
Diane's returned with a new approach. But first, she wants the couple to examine how their relationship affects the children's behaviour.
What happens is sometimes you're so stressed that you contradict each other in front of the children and wind up arguing in front of them.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Probably 80% of our arguments come from either fights with the kids or fights about the kids.
Sure, and what happens is when the children see you arguing rather than acting as a unit, they experience you as out of control and then their behaviour goes way out of control.
Diane wants to use family meal times as a way to establish boundaries that will help to create order.
From now on, mealtimes are about 2 things. Positive family time and nutrition. Let's get the TV off. Who's going to be brave? You or me?
I think I'll miss it more than the kids will.
Tough.
And we also want them to stop them hijacking family meal times. They know the rules of behaving at the table.
Yeah, no playing with the food.
No jumping on the table.
No screaming at the table.
Great, so, rule broken, time out.
And what if they don't want to eat?
They'll eat what they're hungry for at the time. Whatever's left over, save it. Then when they come to you and say, I want a biscuit, you can say, biscuits for afternoon tea time. But if you're hungry, I've saved lunch for you. How do you think they'll cope?
I think we might have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, dictators never give up power lightly.
It's day 1, and with Aaron at work, it's down to Rhea to put Diane's mealtime strategy to the test.
Who knows the rules at the table? Taylor?
My phone.
Good girl. Anyone else? Morris?
Me coming.
The rules are
Mama.
no playing with your food, no jumping on the table, And no yelling at the
And not
table.
putting your hands in the drink.
Morris is the first to test the new rules and starts playing with his food.
Morris, don't do that, otherwise you are going to end up in the bedroom. You can come out when you're going to sit at the table properly.
10 minutes later, Morris is back, but now it's his brother's turn to realise Mum means business.
No, Neo, don't put your hands in your drink. Don't put your hands in your...
No!
You'll be there until you decide not to do that. Are you going to come and eat your dinner without putting your hand in your drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Dinner time actually didn't go too well. Neo thought timeout was a game.
It's day 2. Down but not out, Rhea persists.
There you go. What does everyone say?
Thank you.
I do feel pretty positive about this. Giving them morning tea and afternoon tea, the snack thing. I mean, we go through a lot of quite a few packets of biscuits.
I don't want my apple.
You don't want your apples?
Yeah.
Well, you're not getting anything else till dinner time.
Instead of resorting to biscuits, Rhea remembers the strategy and saves the healthy apple for later.
Okay.
And after working up an appetite, Morris finally returns, knowing apples are now the only thing on the menu.
Will you sit at the table and eat them, please? Neo?
Over the next few days, the new routine tells the children that their parents are now beginning to take back the reins.
Don't put that in there again. Let's eat all our dinner up and show Mum how good we are.
And an extra bonus is that with TV hours almost halved, the children rediscover their toys.
My dad played a box. My dad played the box.
I mean, the kids are playing more now than what they were before. The TV's not really on that much. And the kids don't really miss the TV. It was been easier than what I thought.
But changing old habits isn't easy.
Can you just tell me what you want rather than whinging? Give me your dummy.
And the couple is finding it difficult to commit to time out. Being dedicated to holding door handles is taking up time that the couple haven't got, and Rhea and Aaron start giving up.
The problem we have is we do this twice, 3 times, and we think it's not working. Like Diane said.
Keep doing it.
And later that week, knowing she can get away with it, 8-year-old Taylor throws a huge tantrum over a game.
Taylor, I've asked you to time out. I've got 2 boys asleep in the lounge right now, and I've had enough of this screaming. And it will stop. See, now you've woken Morris up. That's 1 you've woken up. I want you back in your room. Yes. Can you please go back to
Out
your
of
room?
control, Aaron resorts to empty threats.
I will smack you soon, because I can't see any other way of putting you in timeout without you having a tantrum.
With 5 kids in the house, it's pretty hard to sort of spend all your time at their door holding on to it. Because usually while you're standing there doing that, one of the other kids is playing up.
While Rhea starts shouting again.
Shut up and just leave it alone. Morris, that's not very nice. Nicola, do you think it's funny to get Neo in a headlock? Then why did you do it? No more. He's had enough. Now.
With the new approach under threat, Diane returns to help iron out the teething problems.
Let's talk volume. Put that down. Leave the baby alone. I can't believe you're doing that again. Get on with your homework. How many times do I have to ask you, stop it now? I can't believe you're doing that again. The problem is that when you shout to your children from the other side of the room, they're switched off. It's very, very noisy, but it's powerless. It's all shout and no action.
Is that what we sound like?
You cannot get your children's attention from the other side of the room, no matter how loud you are. To be really effective, you need to put down what you're doing and walk over to where they are.
That is quite effective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Upstairs, Diane suggests a way to make time out more practical for the family.
You wind up holding the door, last about a minute, and then you worry what the other children are up to. So you give up, and the children come out way before they're ready to behave.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I do have all the other children to think about.
We have to find a way of showing the children you're not to be messed about with, and we have to free you up to supervise the other children. I suggest a lock on the door.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I mean, it beats standing there holding the door all day.
Yeah, just in all the busyness, don't forget you've got one in there, right? And when they're ready to behave, they're welcome to join the family.
Aaron wastes no time in bringing in the heavy artillery. It's not about creating a prison, but a space for both parties to cool off.
I think we'll probably have to use it about 10 times before the end of the day. But, I don't know. The kids might surprise me yet.
And it's not long before Morris, stroppy over a missing cup, is put into his room to calm down.
Come on, let's go and have dinner. We'll put you in your room until you calm down. I'm in the mood for this. We're trying to sort dinner out.
With the door locked, Aaron is able to carry on with dinner preparations. And Morris has the space to decide to behave.
Do you want to come and have dinner with the rest of the family? Come on then.
Hey, Morris. You going to come and have dinner? Okay.
Dad,
You feel better now?
I'll be cool if I put it.
With boundaries back in place, Aaron and Rhea feel much more in control.
When you finish, stop throwing a tantrum.
Allowing Rhea to start enjoying her children more.
You're awesome! You got it out on your own. It's just going so well today. Maybe we could be the little happy family we've always wanted to be.
After the break, it's big changes ahead for the twins. But will their parents cope?
I think it's going to be a tough week. I can't honestly see it working.
Rhea and Aaron have regained control over the house, but only until bedtime.
Can we just go to their rooms now?
Diane's back with a radical plan to change the 3-year-old twins' bedtime antics once and for all.
In a minute. You're not playing with blocks? Come on. We're going to bed.
At the moment, the boys rely on the television and on dummies to get themselves off to sleep. That means that when they wake in the middle of the night, they can't get back to sleep again. Time to give the dummy their marching orders so that the boys learn to go to sleep without dummies as a prop.
Well, how are we supposed to do that?
There's many ways of getting rid of dummies. Everything from cold turkey to ritual burial in the backyard. You know your children best. It's your choice.
I don't know. We'd probably go cold turkey, wouldn't we?
Yeah, but how are we supposed to get the baby to sleep?
There's no doubt that there will be quite a bit of noise while the boys learn to go to sleep without their dummies. So it's probably best to move Carlos out so he isn't disturbed. Aaron, let's get the cot out of here.
Good luck.
All done.
We know that the first 3 days are going to be mighty rugged. The boys are going to need a lot of cuddles at bedtime to help them get off to sleep without their dummies. And in the middle of the night, whatever you do, don't get the dummies. That would undo all your hard work and all the boys' hard work at bedtime.
With the bedtime TV acting as a stimulant, Diane wants it removed.
You're taking the tea away.
Yeah.
Aaron moves it out of their room while Rhea takes the twins shopping for their new dummy replacements.
Morris wants the glowworm. Shall we put the glowworms up here and we'll just keep having a look around, eh?
Early that evening, the couple begin by hiding the dummies.
They don't know that these dummies are going missing, but they've got something else that they can cuddle up to and keep them busy with. So, throw them on. Blame it on the cat. Throw them.
But Aaron has his doubts.
I think it's going to be a tough week. I can't honestly see it working within the first few days like we've been told, but I don't know. we'll see what happens.
With Rhea settling Carlos downstairs in his parents' room, it's down to Dad to put the new bedtime routine into action.
Yeah, and then we know what page we're up to, eh? So tomorrow when we read it, we know which page we're on.
With the new glowworms taking pride of place on the bed, it's a promising start. With Dad close, Neo quickly settles. But pretty soon, Morris starts missing his dummy and DVD and begins to get restless.
Here's your blanket. Lay down.
But Aaron perseveres.
That's enough. No more. No more. I'll come and sit on the bottom of your bed now. Okay? You hop in bed and I'll sit on the bottom of your bed, okay?
And for over an hour, he stays with him until Morris finally falls asleep.
When we had the dummies and the TV, the boys would be up for probably 2 to 3 hours. So, I mean, that's not bad.
Although the next few days aren't easy, by sticking to the strategy, the twins learn to sleep without props.
Kids have been off dummies for a couple of days now. Last night, Aaron put them to bed. I was at work. He said he put them to bed and they both just went, "Can I have my dummy?" And Aaron said, "No, the dummies are lost." And they went off to sleep.
It's been a rocky road, but dramatic changes are underway in the Mana Daly household. With boundaries firmly established at mealtimes, the children have finally learnt they can't rule the roost. Hours of TV watching is past history, and bedtime is now a simple but very effective routine. 6 weeks later, and it's fair to say, Diane has changed their lives.
What do you think when you look towards the future?
Well, before we met you, we were pretty close to actually breaking up. I suppose before the show, I couldn't actually see that we were going to have a future together. The feeling in the house and the changes have pretty much all come down to what you've taught us, and you know, we thank you, you know, heaps for what you've done for us.
And no one could have guessed what was coming next.
You know, I've told you I love you heaps, and how I want to be with you, and how I want our family to stay together forever. And I suppose that's why I wanted to ask you if you'd marry me.
Yeah. And unusually, I am lost for words. What a lovely family.